Yeah, you don't need to talk into it that loud like that. Just leave it where it is. It's fine. It's gonna pick you up fine. Don't touch it. Forget about it. Alright, I'm gonna make this bigger. You're not sitting on the pillows though. שב יפה, שב ככה, שים אותה מתחת. לא להתעצל. Don't be lazy. Alright.
למה את רוצה שנשב על pillows?
So you can see better. Okay, so... Okay, do you hear? Tell me that you hear, if you hear the sound. Is it too loud or good? Do you need it louder?
Yeah,
let's change the sound. Who is this? Who's it?
Karen.
Really?
Shalva.
No, it's Shmaya. This is one of the first times Abba took his sheep out to the pasture. Maya!
Abba!
So you remember how in the beginning the baby sheep, you remember that the baby sheep used to be with their emos? The first 1 or 2 times that the sheep had babies, he left them with the imahot, and he only separated them much later. Maya, somebody came to play with you.
Ani!
This is the first dir, when the babies used to be with their emas.
Rashanim.
This is what you did all day. I just you weren't in Gan, not even in a mishpachton. So I used to take you to the sheep, take you to the orange trees, pass the day with you. And now what are you seeing?
למה עכשיו זה?
זה מתקדם, we're going forward in time.
למה? אבל רציתי לראות את כל הסרט הזה. ראית אותה.
פעם אחרת, I promise. So, after a while, Abba started separating the babies from their mothers right in the beginning. Shmai, don't do that to the microphone. He tells me that they grow fatter, they grow bigger when they can drink from a milk machine, because sometimes the emas don't have all the milk, they don't have enough milk for the babies, right? Especially if they have 3 babies or 4. So Abba wants to make sure they all get milk and can grow bigger. And another reason, when the imahot are not giving milk, they can get pregnant again. Fun? If they're still giving milk, their bodies don't really get pregnant. Abba wants more babies, right? So he separates them so that they can have babies again. And this is Barak mixing together the colostrum, what we saw before, the chalav rishoni. בסדר, כי לילדים יש אימא שמניקה אותם מהשד וזה הכי טוב. Listen to the conversation in a minute. Did you hear what he said?
לא.
He said, את עושה לי צער, אשתי.
מה זה צער?
Like I make him sad, because in the beginning, when I saw him first starting to separate the lambs from the mommies, I had a really hard time with it, because I'm a mommy myself, and I felt really sad for the mommies and for the babies that he was separating them from the imahot. And I would tell him over and over again, isn't there a way you can leave them with the imas? En derech lashir otam? And he said, no, I'm not going to make enough money that way. They're not going to grow big enough. It's not worth it. And I still had a hard time seeing him separating the babies, and the babies would go, man, man. They would want milk, and the imahot would want their babies. So I always brought it up with Abba Barak, and he was upset that I always brought it up. because it was hard for me
אז
to
נו,
watch.
באמת צריך הרבה כסף, אבא.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
כסף זה דבר מאוד טוב.
למה?
לא שומע.
What are the lambs doing here?
שותים חלב.
Shmaya, we don't play with the milk machine.
מה זה גמילה?
Mila is when Abba puts the baby lambs in a place where they can't get to the milk, so they have to get used to just eating food instead of milk. You understand? At this point, Shmaya, when you were this big, I felt that you should probably go to Gan soon so that you'll start making friends. So this I recorded the night before you had your first day of Gan. I'll come with you, I'll stay with you for 10 minutes, I'll show you the other kids, I'll show you where the bathroom is, the chatzer, and then I'll go home, and then I'll come 2 hours later to pick you up. It's going to be a short day at the Gan tomorrow. Wait, but Shmaya, I just want to make sure that you think you'll be okay on the days when it's a long day at the Gan and I am going to leave you until it's time to pick you up. You'll be okay without me? Shmaya, do you hear? Okay, do you want to see your first day of Gan?
לא, לא. בא לי להמשיך לראות את זה אחר כך.
טוב. Are you happy to make חברים? יאללה. This is where you hang up your backpack, I guess. So here, let's take the backpack. Okay, you want to open the door? Look, it's Dvir. You can go play with Dvir and Netanel. You know Netanel, he used to come to the chul.
איך עוצרים את זה דקה? למה נשארתי איתי בגן ביום הזה?
Because it was the first day of Gan. I was supposed to stay with you because it was new to you, and I was supposed to be there on the first, like just for a few minutes to make sure that you're comfortable and, you know what I'm saying? Like Yom Rishon. בוא נראה כשאני אעזור. זה לא... אבל כן, השתדלתי להכין אותו. Alright, Shmaya, I'm gonna go, babe. I have to go, love, but today's gonna be a short day, okay? You'll play just for a little while, like 2 hours, and then I'll come pick you up. Migdal. Shmaya, it's time for me to go, but today's a short day. I'll be back before you know it.
איך בכיתי בסוף עכשיו זה כיף לי.
In the beginning you cried and now it's fun. Don't worry, Shmaya. You'll have fun and the day will go by before you know it. And these, Shmaya, who are these? The lambs are playing by themselves, right? Just the other lambs? מי זה?
אני, לא.
ומי עוד?
לא יודע.
לידור. He used to come a lot to play, and this is when his brother and his brother's friends came to pick him up. And you said to him, תחזור, אבל בסדר? ואז הוא אמר, למה?
איך את זוכרת?
I remember because I filmed it, and I remember thinking to myself, איזה חמוד, שמעיה רוצה שהחבר שלו יישאר והחבר שלו צריך ללכת. Because we were really good friends and you enjoyed playing with him. Suddenly you had friends, right? Before that you weren't in Gan. And you had like Shalva and the animals, but this is when you started having a friend friends to play with, and it was very special. And this was your first misibat siyum at Gan.
איפה אני? הנה אני.
מה קרה?
רומי! אוריה! רגע.
מאיפה זה? יש לי עדיין איזה.
Yeah, in the tikia, the pink tikia.
גם מסיבת סיום שלי.
Yeah, the second one in Gan Galgalim, after your second year of Gan Galgalim.
יש לי רק יום, יש לי יום חג. הללויה, יש לי.
אני מצלמת כל הזמן. Shmaya, were you having a good time there?
כן, נורא.
Even though you're not smiling?
כן. אני נראה עצוב.
מזל טוב, שמיה, מזל טוב.
אבל זה היה היום הכי כיף שהיה לי. פשוט לא היה לי מעניין לצחוק.
Wow, you're gonna keep this and look at it for years, Be'ezrat Hashem. You're gonna be so big, and it's gonna help you remember all the kids that were with you in Gan.
זהו. כזה עבודה של אבא. איפה עבודה? כאן. זהו, אבא בלס תופתע.
This is the summer before Gan Shontal.
אוף, אבל בא לי שזה יהיה עוד פעם. זה היה לי כל כך כיף לעשות את זה. גם הכל שרתה. כי מפחדים להיות לבד, נכון?
הם אוהבים את הגן שלהם?
כן.
Yeah? גננות טובות?
כן.
Yeah?
הנה גן שונטל,
Shalom. Here, Shmaya, look at me. I love you. This time it was easy for you to get used to Gan. Remember, you didn't cry when you the first
זה
day.
בגלל שזה היה טיפה כמו גן שונטל.
You mean טיפה כמו גן גלגלים?
כן, אז התרגלתי לזה.
I thought I would pick you up early, but then they told me that you have a full day today, כי אתם ילדים גדולים. So I hope you weren't sad about that.
לא, היה לי כיף.
יופי, אני מה זה שמחה.
מחובר.
Good. Yeah. That's the order. That's how you do it. That's the order. Do that again. Do that again.
זה היה גם כיף.
Good.
להצחיק. כי זה כמו חזיר. אבל זה לא הלימודים שלי, אני פשוט... זה לא הלימודים שלי, אני פשוט...
מתרגל איתי. Shmaya. If you go to school and you like scribble on your notebooks like that, teacher's not going to be very happy. Treat your notebooks with respect. What fruit starts with a bit? What fruit starts with the letter bit? If you can answer that question, you'll get a whole point, not just a half a point. You want to try now a fruit that starts with ba? לא, פרי שמתחיל בצליל ba.
מתי סיימתי ברבר?
Fruit, פרי. Bargarina? Want me to tell you?
Okay.
Oh, you'll hear it in the video. Okay, I'm going to tell you. You still get half a point for doing your letters so nicely. Banana.
ואני אמרתי בננה.
לא אמרת בננה, אמרת בגס. אמרת תרד, אמרת ברגרינה. What do you think this is?
בדיוק לפני שהלכתי לכיתה א'.
Yeah, your first day of school, the ימי הערכות, when I took you to school the first time. We had just gotten back from America the night before, remember? You slept so little, you went to sleep so late. You got up really nicely in the morning, and Shava was still sleeping, right? Here, Shmaya, here. Let's see if we can fix your bag.
כולם זה! שיניתי לה מולך כפרה. אל תתעקו, זה הודיע שינוי. זה הודיע שינוי.
I'll see you soon. It's a very short day. And I think you'll enjoy it. I think you're going to come back smiling. You're going to see friends. You're going to meet your teacher that you're going to be with all year, and she's really nice. How about that too? What? Beige. I know, it's only hard in the beginning. Bashim בהתחלה. That's the way it always is in the beginning. I heard really good things about her. She really likes Total. She says they're Homer Gelem, raw material. Meaning like you come in and she can shape you. She really has an influence on you. Because you're so little.
זה 13. אני יודע עברית, אני יודע טוב מאוד עברית.
מה הם עושים?
They're selling the lambs. Abba's selling the lambs.
חברה שלי, דורה.
דורה קוראים לה?
דורה, מה נעשה?
למה יש לה פעמון?
Because she was very weak when she was born, and Abba took special care of her by himself. He fed her with a bottle and he let her sleep in his bed. She was his friend. So he kept the palmon on her, and then when he sold her, he had he took the palmon off. And he sold her with the other sheep.
אבל למה אני אוהב אותה, היא הייתה חברה שלי.
I know, but why do you think Abba sells the sheep?
שיהיה לו כסף, אבל למה דווקא אותה, היא החברה שלי.
זה מה הצלצול, מה, בלי הצלצול?
זאתי הייתה יושנת איתי בחדר. זאתי, מה זה? לא רציתי למכור אותה, אבל לא יודע.
עכשיו הוא אמר, אני לא רציתי למכור אותה.
נכון.
אינקה, לכי הביתה. לכי הביתה. הביתה. איך אומרים אתה?
זה של שפר. זהו, רק את זה.
Yeah, that was the first day you took a bus. תודה רבה. תודה רבה צדיק, להתראות. איזה גדול אתה. תקריא.
מה לעשות?
Read it.
תקרא!
The letter and the picture.
לא מבין מה את אומרת.
Read the letter. מה זה?
לא בא לי. יש עוד דפים של חייל.
This is an easy reading exercise because it's mostly pictures. Stop writing on the desk.
למה את לא שואלת אותי שאלות? אין לי כוח.
Well, do you know why I showed you the sheep being sold? Like you're starting school and I showed the sheep being sold to someone else and going away. When you started school, I sort of felt like, in a way, like I was selling you like you're my sheep, and I was selling you to a place that I don't know exactly how good it is, or, you know, for you. And that's a tough thing, you know?
את לא רצית להביא אותי לשם?
לבית ספר?
כן.
כן ולא. כן ולא, because I think school is, it's good in a lot of ways, and it's not so good in a lot of ways.
למה?
Do you want to maybe keep watching and we'll talk about it, or you want to talk about it now?
למה הוא לא כל כך good להעלת דברים?
For a lot of reasons. Well, children have all kinds of intelligences, right? There are all different ways. But Shmai, don't play with the microphone because the recording is going to come out very noisy. Shmai, אתה שומע? Okay. אבל לא לשחק עם זה, okay? There are a lot of different ways to be smart, okay? And school tests you and trains you in like just a few ways of being smart. And the kids that succeed in
לא,
school...
למה זה? את לא חושבת שזה טוב לי ללכת לסקול?
Because I don't know if everything you're learning is exactly what I want you to learn, and I don't know if the way that you're learning is exactly the way that I want you to learn. But it's not that I didn't find an alternative. I didn't find like another solution. I didn't find a better solution. نمشي? Why are we working a lot now? So that in a week, Be'ezrat Hashem, we won't have to work so much. You'll be caught up, you'll understand more or less what the other kids understand, and it'll be easier for you. I want to make it so that you understand more or less what everybody understands.
כמה עוד לא לעשות?
Kama od what? I want to do at least 1 hour with you today, so that you'll...
No, 1 hour.
We're not going to get the time if we don't get those studying time done, and then I'm not taking you to any wedding. This is the מאוד משמעותי. This is very significant. I know it's not easy. Suddenly you're in Kita Aleph and you have all this work to do, and like it doesn't make sense. Why do you have to do so? And to me it also, it's like, wow. Are you bored? משעמם לך?
כן, בא לי עוד.
אוקיי, כי אתה
בא
שם.
לי עוד לראות את זה.
אוקיי, אבל אתה...
הלו, זה כבר משם. לא. בא לי לעבור למשהו אחר.
למה?
כי זה כבר משעמם לי. הדברים השניים יותר כיפים לי לראות. רק את האחד הוא לא נכון, ההפך.
נכון.
אז אני...
So, erase the whole row, let's do a few...
לא, זה רק בגלל שאני רק צריכה למחוק חלק מהזה.
It'll be easier if you erase the whole row. You don't have to do 2 rows, just do 1 row of good ones.
לא תדלמי אותי!
Do you know why people... אני לא יודעת איך להסביר לך. למה אנשים הולכים לבית ספר? It helps you learn to read. People, even though school... Okay, even though school is not the best place for everybody, people say that it helps prepare you for life, for adulthood. זה עוזר להכין אותך לבגרות. Right? It helps you learn to read, because to work you're going to need to know how to read. And you're going to need to know some math. And also לימודי קודש.
נשאר. אני שר שיר.
בסדר גמור, שיר. Sing it, louder.
היום יום הולדת, היום הולדת, הולדת לשוויה, חג לא שמח וזר לא פורה, יום הולדת שאימא.
מזל טוב שמע, מזל טוב.
יום יום הולדת, היום יום הולדת, היום הולדת לשמעיה. חג לא שמח וזר לא פורה, חיי יום הולדת לאמא.
Do you hear? Good.
אז תלכי גם.
You know when this was?
כן.
מתי זה היה?
לא לפני הרבה זמן, לפני כמה ימים.
A month and a half ago. לפני חודש וחצי. This was right when Corona started. Corona started right after my birthday. The day after my birthday, I was told that I don't need to go to work. You guys don't have school because everyone has to stay inside so that Corona doesn't spread.
אני מפזרת את הגרעינים שלו. ככה. שיש עוד צמחים. זה דביק. זה עושה את היד שלי דביק.
Yeah, you're right. Wow, totally sticky. Hold on, don't move it. All right, very nice.
אבל שיש מלא חולים.
Blue is pretty rare in flowers. I hope nobody's going to be jealous because most of the kids in your class, I assume, are not even leaving their houses. Most of the kids in your class can't do this kind of activity. The truth is they all need water because maybe more of them will sprout.
זה הגודל האמיתי?
Yeah, that's a good size.
היא אמרה לי שזה בסדר. למי נשמור? זה סבתא עופרה. אפילו יותר, אני לא אוהבת אותה.
Wow, Kerem, that's a lot of tutim. כל הכבוד, Kerem. Shma, are you picking?
כן! היא חטפה לי מלא. בבא לשאול אותי שאלות, אתה אף פעם לא רק עושה לי את זה ככה.
Okay, so last time when we did this, it was close to the beginning of the school year when you had just started. Okay, it was the beginning of the school year when you had just started Kita Aleph, and I felt like it was very hard for you to get used to the life of school. But then you started to get more used to it.
ועכשיו אני כבר מאוד.
Right.
ועכשיו כבר השיעורים לא כיפים. בהתחלה היו לי יותר מדי שיעורים, עכשיו זה מרגיש לי שזה בסדר לי.
Yeah.
כן.
Okay.
לא הולכים כאן, לא בטים, תביא לך את הפה.
No way. זה Kerem, צריך להיות בשקט. The question is, Shmaya, do you miss school? Because on Sunday, Yom Rishon, you can go back to school.
אני הייתי אוהב אם לפעמים לא הייתי צריך ללכת.
לבית ספר?
כן.
I know. But if you go all the time, you know? אפשר פה ושם. Because sometimes I've had thoughts of leaving you, of like continuing this way of life and having you stay home and like teaching you at home and you know, trying to get you to learn everything you need to know at home. It's called homeschooling. Is that something that you would want, or you want to go to school?
יכולים, אבל לא תדעך מה ללמד אותי.
Yeah, it'll be a learning experience for me also. I'll also have to learn how to do it. You don't know, but אני כמו הרועה צאן. I feel like I'm the shepherd, and I get stressed a little bit about making the right decision for you.
השם הוא מבין מה טוב לנו.
נכון. Love you, babe. Mwah, mwah. יאללה.
ישר אתה מזכיר 100 מטר שם.
זה לא 100 מטר.
שמעיה לומד להוציא אותם למרעה?
הוא יודע.
כן, הוא צגה ללמוד.
אתה חושב שאני צריכה מקל, שמעיה?
לא. לא,
לא? אני לא צריכה להחליט לאן אתה הולך?
לא.
כמו כבש?
לא.
למה?
ככה, כי את לא השם. השם מחליט לאן אנחנו הולכים. אולי השם עשה את הקורונה, הוא אוהב תיעודי והוא לא רוצה שיהיה להם כל כך קשה לעבוד.
אלוקים הכריח אותנו לעשות הפסקה. את כולם, גם הילדים, גם מבוגרים.
חג לו שמח וזר לו פורח היום יום ולדת לשמיה. חג לו שמח וזר לו פורח היום יום